be a little bit of a hypocrite here, but it's not. I'll explain why I'm saying it. I don't like guns. I would ban assault weapons in a second. I'm gonna make an exception here for trans people. And if anyone should get guns, it should be trans Americans, okay? Because I'm worried for them. I'm worried that the right-wing lunatics are going to attack them.
His 3 children and 3 adults were shot and killed yesterday in a Nashville grade school. The suspect, 28-year-old Audrey Hale, was also shot and killed by the police. Hale is transgender and a former student of the Covenant School, a private Presbyterian school.
And if anyone should get guns, it should be trans Americans.
Despicable, Leo.
I
can't believe that all these people die, right?
Mhm.
And the only thing people care about is the fact that this person was transgender. You realize that?
I know. This person killed children. Children. What did the children ever do?
But they do this all the time too. Like when a black person does it, again, it's they never point out. It's just bizarre. It's just bizarre. I don't think that anyone should be brought to light based on their race.
No,
But-
it shouldn't have anything to do with our physical appearance at all. I mean, I don't understand why that's even an issue.
So I mean, here's the thing. I mean, there's plenty of neo-Nazis in this country. There's plenty of Black Panthers, or whatever you want to call them, right? Jews, whatever. Right?
Right.
There's laws that we have. There's laws that stop people from doing stupid things. You can't do that. You cannot like someone based on the color of their skin. There's no law against it. You can't restrict them from life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You can't do that. And again, I don't understand why it's a big deal. The big deal is that people got killed. Okay? People got killed. If you want to know why, if you want to try to make sense of why someone dies, I don't know what to tell you. People get murdered all the time.
Yeah.
This country's got a real big problem with mental illness. That's what
And it has nothing to do with your sex or color, because men and women get murdered every day just because they're a man or woman. You can't, it happens to everybody. I don't understand the entitlement. I don't understand why they're singling themselves out as being the biggest victims in the world.
Everybody's a victim. I mean,
and everybody's had terrible shit done to them, but I mean, that's the past. You grow from it, you move on or whatever. And people, they turn it around to do more terrible shit to other people. Like that's their excuse. I don't get it.
How much money do you think it would take for these families that lost children to just forget about the transgender that shut up the school, killed them? How much money do you think it's going to take for them to just move on?
All right. None. I don't know how you could ever with the loss of your child.
What about if you were a slave, Leo? How much money would it take for you to say, oh, you know what, I don't care anymore. Yeah, we were slaves, or my father was a slave, or I was a slave. How much money do you think it would take for you to be like, yeah, everything's okay?
I don't even understand why that's even an issue, though. But I couldn't even put a price on it, because it, why is it an issue? Why, these people.
I had a discussion with somebody about gun violence in the United, like for real. Mm-hmm. And I asked them. I said, well, then I've asked you guys. I said, if the problem is the guns, and you can't get rid of the guns, you go after the magazines or whatever, right? A couple years ago, the problem was the magazines. It wasn't the guns. And then they wanted to lower the magazine capacity. And I said, well, okay, so let's say you do it from 30 to 5. That means that you're okay with 5 people dying. You're okay with that, but you're not. It just doesn't make any sense. I think these people are just trying to push something. Again, I pointed out yesterday that since the '96 ban on firearms or whatever, in Australia, there have been multiple mass killings and mass shootings as well. Regardless of whatever they got rid of, again, people used fire, killed like 20 people, ran over people and whatever. And then in 2018 there was a mass shooting. So I mean, again, I don't know what to tell you guys. Crazy
Yeah,
people do crazy
it doesn't make right. It doesn't make sense to remove the gun. I mean, I understand if they put laws in like place to say, hey, gun manufacturers, please don't make this anymore, or some type of those laws. But taking them from the people doesn't make sense, because if people are going to kill you, they'll use their car, they'll use a knife, they'll use a bomb. I don't understand why guns are that big of a issue.
It's mental health. This is the thing. I truly believe it's mental health. And again,
It
if
is.
if we are unable to own firearms in this country, why are we allowed to own cars? Why are we allowed to own homes? Why are we allowed to own anything?
Right.
I mean,
I agree.
what are we as Americans? What kind of responsibilities do we have? And I feel like now with this California bill that's about to pass,
Mhm.
they want $800 billion in reparations, and it doesn't stop there. They're actually going to come after your property. I don't know if you know this. They want to actually repossess your property.
Wait, so who are they getting these reparations from? Like
Okay,
who's
so
paying
I'm
it?
gonna play a video that will explain it all. Again, I just wanted some
Okay.
more people in here, but
Okay.
I'm gonna play this, and I clipped it together, but pay attention, and you can see that there are people on board with this. But I just want to point out that California wasn't even a fucking a slave state. There were no slaves in California, and they want to. San Francisco was thinking about actually paying each black resident $5 million, 5 million apiece.
Wow.
That's right.
Wow.
California Attorney General Rob Bonta there speaking about the state's reparations task force. And the group has been touring the state looking into the long lasting impact of slavery on African Americans and ways to make amends. And today they picked up their days long meeting in downtown Sacramento. So economists told the group that it could cost the state $800 billion to compensate black residents who qualify for generations of discriminatory practices. That's that is 2.5 times the yearly state budget of $3 billion. But to add context to all of this, that's what was described as the economic loss due to the effects of slavery. Cities like San Francisco, they are open to paying eligible Californians $5 million each, but the jury is still out on what reparations should look like.
And the main thing is missing that we don't talk about enough is the money. I was born in the cotton field. I was raised in the cotton field. Someone has to tell the truth. There's so many lives out here. A lot of things is going on wrong. Help people and give people homes.
Enough already. There's visual evidence, there's evidence all over the place about what has occurred, what has happened to us, the atrocities that has happened to our people. We've already our ancestors paved the way for us, and it's hard for black folk here to believe it. This has been a fight for over 500 years. It's time, the time is now. America must atone for what is taking place to our ancestors.
Pushing for reparations across the country. That's my main reason for being here. Believe that it is totally African Americans' fault that they are poor. We have purposely been kept away from money. We've purposely been kept away from the American dream.
Land is the most important, because if we spend the money off, what? We ain't got no land? No, we need land.
Now, not everyone approves of this. Critics say that the plan is impractical. Some even say that California was not a slave state, so why should California taxpayers pay the price? Task Force is still trying to determine some things like definitions, things that like who should be considered a California resident to get reparations and how long should they have lived in California. And the task force, they are meeting again tomorrow, and they have until July 1st to make that final decision.
You know what's interesting about this is that they want to find out who these people are that they're giving the money to. So what they're basically saying is that they're not going to give they're not going to give reparations to every black person. That I mean,
Yeah.
think about the
So
problem that that's going to cause.
yeah.
Think about
So
the problems that that's going to cause.
yeah. So you know what it's going to be? It's going to be the people that can actually prove, um, like they had a financial loss from it. You know, like people that actually maybe have made money in this lifetime in their family that have the lawyer power and money to go after it. Maybe that's why the number's so high.
Well, I mean, if there's $800 billion at stake, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of lawyers that
Yeah,
are
but I
going to
mean,
be willing to work for free for, you know,
but I
for
mean, I
things.
think they're padding the number because I don't think there's going to be any proof for a lot of these people. You know what I'm saying? You think that maybe that it's a number to shut people up?
So
Because I don't know. It doesn't make
here's my
sense to
problem
me.
with it. Here's my problem with it. What if your ancestors were slaves, but you can prove it? I mean, let's be honest. Do you think that, you know, Jamal, Quante, Jenkins has his great great grandpappy's slave papers? Just out of
No, but
curiosity.
that's what I'm saying. Who are they suing? First off, are they suing our country? Are they suing a specific group of people? I mean, who are they suing?
So again, you know, they use states like California, like
Uh-huh.
and Oregon and stuff like that to start it because people will actually listen. You come to New Jersey and pull that shit, no one's going to listen to you. You know,
Right,
no one's
right.
going to give you. Everyone's going to laugh at you.
They got
So
these weak liberal states that they're going to kick this off in, which I get, but who? I mean,
so what they're going to do is they're going to try to use this, and they're going to try to bring it nationwide. They're going to say, "Listen, it's happened in California. Why not happen in New Jersey?"
yeah, yeah, I get it.
The
But still,
the
but
problem
who
with
are they
that.
suing though, Bobby? Who's going if they win this case, if they win this lawsuit, say this goes through and people are dumb enough to fall for it, and they win it, who's going to give them the money? That's what I want to know.
Although they're going to get it from aid from either the federal government or the state. And here's the thing: to get that money, they're going to have to increase the price on everything. They're going to have to, or in the
Yeah,
taxes, which is going to increase the price on everything. I mean, if you guys are paying more now,
right. And they're
wait,
handing money over to people who, let's face it, right? And I'm saying this from experience. I'm poor too. These people don't know how to handle money. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think is going to happen?
Most people don't. Most people don't. This is the point. Okay, most people don't, and everybody wants. The media wants to portray white people as
Oh,
these
right. Yeah. I'm
extremely.
sorry. Wait, let me correct that. And I called them these people. I didn't mean that. I mean, like poor people. Like,
Yeah, right.
sorry,
No,
Dave.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. You got to be very careful now. You can't.
I thought about
But
what I said. I was like, oh, shit.
yeah, but I mean, like, think about it. The media wants everyone to believe that white people are doing just great. That's not the truth. That is
No,
not the
it's
truth.
not. It's not. There are like several like black families here that are so much richer than me. I mean, like, and you know what it is? In my state, they still get help. They still get help from our state. And they make like 150,000 a year and they still get help from our state because of their color.
Listen. I would love to just see this go away. I mean, again, I'm first generation here.
Mhm.
I I get talked down to sometimes, and I'm like, you have no idea. You know,
Yeah.
I look like I'm pure white, 100%. I've been here for like 300 years, my family, whatever. Because of just the way I look.
Mhm.
I'm the first generation here. I had nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. I'm reaping the rewards of a country that has done great in the past fucking 80, 90 years. You know, I mean that's it. It's 80, 90 years, guys, of prosperity. That's it. It hasn't been 200, 300, 400, 500 years of prosperity here. It hasn't.
No, it hasn't.
People have struggled in this country. Ever since the Great Depression, again, people did a little better the next time, a little better in the next generation. You know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you. You think that things are going to get better, okay, by someone giving you money. Okay, I'll give you that. But at the end of the day, are you still okay with someone calling you the N-word? Are you still okay with somebody knowing that you are the children of slaves? Is this going to make it all better? If it is, listen, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Let's just pay these people off and let's go on with living our lives so we don't have to hear it.
Yeah, you're right. It does kind of make sense because
Like,
it's
we paid
so
you
like
people already. Leave us alone. Leave us alone.
you go your way, we'll go ours. 800 billion. All right, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, might as well now.
That when you put it that way, it does make sense. Like,
I just don't. Okay, I just don't understand how this is gonna make it better or make people feel better about the situation. The fact is that you say that you were a slave or your grandparents. Prove it. Prove it. I guarantee you, most of you can't. Okay, I get it. My. You want to know something? My father can't even prove his birthday. He doesn't even know when the fuck he was born. He had to pick a friggin'. He had to pick a month. You know what I mean? A month and a day. I guarantee you. And this is what's so sad about this, because there are people, right, that probably have been affected by this 100%. All right.
mhm.
I really, really don't think it's going to get any better for anyone. Sorry. Especially when you believe that you're not succeeding because of the color of your skin. And it happens to be that you're
Yeah.
just a fucking asshole.
Yeah, or
Like,
lazy. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
stop pretending to be a rapper. I don't know. These dreams of being a fucking NBA star or whatever. I mean, come on. I went through the same
That's so
thing when I was a teenager.
stereotypical.
Yeah,
But that
but
is
you know what
true.
I mean.
That is very true. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah, not everybody's going to. That's what they aim for. A lot of like the poor community, like their big break. Well, how about hitting the books? Make something of yourself.
But even when they do that, okay, they buy the glasses, they wear the sweater vest, they look like like sophisticated brother. It's all charades.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Even in any community you go to, be it white, black, whatever, there's people that want to play the part, and they think that their shit don't stink. Again, I supposedly I'm very talented. Supposedly, and again, I live paycheck to paycheck, trying to
Yep.
keep a house.
Hmm.
I don't know. What do you? I mean, what do you think I am? Rolling in dough because of the color of my skin? I don't know anyone who lives like that. I
Hmm.
wish black people. Let me tell you something. I wish that was the case. I wish that was the case.
Yeah.
It couldn't be farther from the truth. And if you don't believe me, go to Grizz 270's channel. Go look at that piece of white trash.
That guy thought he was a sweet old man. Man,
No,
he's like a demon.
no. None of those people over there. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've only had experience like when he admitted that that was him in your chat, and he's like, "Yeah, and I'm proud of it." I'm like, no, he didn't.
Yeah, he's a baby.
Wow.
He's a big baby. Again, I don't tell people what to do, Leo, but that guy, I mean, last night he showed his true colors. He showed his
Oh,
true
why?
colors last night.
Uh-oh, what did he do?
Well, last night he was on dogs, and he was like saying my real legal birth name over and over again. Whatever. Yeah,
Why?
yeah, yeah.
But why?
I guess the guy's mad at me for something. Like, so this is one thing that I noticed over there. Those people don't like to be wrong, just like everyone else. Right?
Uh-huh.
And with me, they were 100% wrong. I think he was one of those people that went around saying, "Oh yeah, it's definitely him," blah blah blah. And for about 2 years, I argued with these people. It wasn't like I was starting live streams about them; they were starting live streams about me. One of them, that woman up there, was trying to get me fired from the Department of Sanitation in New York City because she believed that I was some guy who was living out in Sparta, New Jersey, or something. That's how fucked up these people are.
Oh
She
yeah,
went
none of
after
them.
some innocent guy, Leo. She went after some innocent guy, and all of them over there, Bobby McNutt, Grizz, all those people thought that I was this guy out in Sparta, New Jersey.
I remember that. I mean, I didn't know what was going on, but I do remember like you talking about that they were trying to get you fired.
Yeah, these people. I'm telling you, these people are. They're not bad people. It's just everybody thinks that these people are like super nice and whatever. They're homesteaders. No, I've seen some vicious stuff over there.
Yeah.
100%. I've seen I've seen people get stabbed in the back over and over again in that community. There
Oh
was
yeah,
a
that's
woman.
every community.
Yeah, it's every community. But I'm just
Right.
saying, like, guys, just because these people are like homesteaders with beards, I think someone compared them to the Rick Van Winkle whatever over there. I mean, they all dress the same, Leo. They all act the same. They all get the
Right,
same
they're
talking.
still deviants on the internet, right? Looking to cause problems.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Rip Van Winkle. Who came up with that? That was great.
I think it was Lolly. Yeah, it does go for all people. It goes for everybody. No one's special because of the color of their skin. I mean, that would be like saying like every black guy can jump really.
What happened? He jumped right off the screen. Yeah, there's MJ. Yeah, well,
There's
even
probably
though
been more terrible black basketball players than whites. It's just that black people love the sport. I don't know. They love the sport.
I wonder
Homesteading and
why.
diamond painting communities are bad news. I'm telling you, MJ. I swear to God.
I didn't know there was a diamond painting community. Like, what? Do
That's
they
Nana's Cooking
live
Craft Corner.
stream?
You want to go watch the most boring. All right, guys, I'm going to tell you a secret. This is a secret. The most boring live stream is not Anderson Henderson. It is not McHenry Cruiser. Okay, it is this woman out in Canada, Diane. Uh, she's she goes by the name Nana's Cooking Craft Corner and Mrs. Green Thumb. If you ever get a chance to catch one of those lives, you are talking about the most terrible, the most boring, the most all the absolutely disgusting. And she used to make her fans sit there for hours watching her put diamonds on something. So stupid. That's right, Sarah. That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
So again, I don't understand how this is going to help people. If it's going to end the burn that they feel deep inside of them, maybe black people are going to stop acting so crazy. If we just give them $800 billion, I don't know.
Okay, well, there's the question then. Once they get the award or the judgment or whatever, when people start acting out again, saying, "Oh, that's racist," and blah blah blah, and no more special, right? Because this would end all special treatment. NAACP would be gone. All that stuff would be gone, right? So are they
No.
going to start locking these people up who stand out and are
You
trying
know,
to be
you know what you need
radicals
to
to stir
do.
the pot?
This is what you need to do. You need to treat them like the Indians. Let them buy shit for free, tax free, right? And
Yeah.
and then give them a piece of wasteland out in fucking Arizona somewhere. You know what I mean? Yeah, let them build their casinos and nightclubs. Let them do that, and they'll be out of our hair forever. Out of
You
our hair
think?
forever.
Mm.
They
Maybe
have nothing to do with
I
our
don't know.
government. They can't tell us what to do. Again, guys, go have fun. Go have fun. Turn it into Little Bit Zimbabwe. We'll call it Little Zimbabwe. Yeah.
Oh my God, that would be great to watch, though.
It's like I think about this all the time, and I think, well, they would have nothing to complain about, right? I'm talking about the generation now of blacks who don't even know if they were from slaves or not. They have no clue. No one has. I don't think. Again, no one has their grandpappy's fucking slave papers, but maybe some of them do. But again, for them to be able to go in front of Congress or the Senate or anything like that, that's pretty privileged. And for that to happen, it took a bunch of white people to create that. So, ipso facto, I mean, seriously, they're not going to pull this shit in Africa.
True.
They were sold out of Africa.
Right.
Why don't they pull this shit in Africa? Because they can't. I'm telling you, white people are very nice. Very nice.
That is you are absolutely, without the white man, they wouldn't have the judicial system to sue.
No, they wouldn't have anything.
Wow.
Well, that's like in England and Britain. They're talking about how the parliament isn't equal or diverse enough. And the reality of it is that if the country is so good, so desirable to move to, if you're a person of color, just be fully aware that it was created by white people. I mean, let's be honest. So why would you want to remove an all-white government that created a country, right? And let's say I don't think it's all white, but I'm just saying, like, if that was the case, England was created by white people. It wasn't created by slaves or anything like that. Either was this country. White people did that. White people built the country. Black people, again, black people might have owned slaves. We know that black people owned slaves in the United States. But I'm telling you right now, slaves did not build this country. Slaves did not build this country. The person who dictates what goes on here built the country. I'm sorry. It's inaccurate. It's a lie. And I really believe that people are getting all upset over nothing. Over nothing. I mean, think about if I went back 200 or 500 years, I could probably scream some fucking injustice. I don't waste my time. I don't waste my fucking time.
That's true.
Against my people. My people. My people. Yeah. Okay. If your people are so great, go move back. I don't know. I personally hate Europe. I think Europe's a piece of trash. And again, I'm telling you right now that since the end of World War II, there has been probably over 100 wars in Europe. Okay. So to that scumbag, Don Casanova, go to my communities tab. Go check it out. I put all the lists of all the wars in Europe after World War II. You dirty fucking know-nothing piece of shit, Don.
Yeah, but haven't most wars, world wars, have been in Europe?
But Leo, there's been other genocides and other wars
right.
after, and this is my point. You're talking about during peacetime. There's no peacetime in Europe. There hasn't been.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You want me to go down the list? Don fucking Casanova, you piece of shit.
Yeah, they've always been back and forth something over there.
Yeah, let me list off. Okay.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question. Like, does anybody know exactly, like, what group is suing? Like, is it the specific, like, African American group? And what exactly is their complaint? Are they complaining about slavery, or are they complaining about something else? Like,
again,
what exactly
I don't want to talk for these people. I don't want to talk for these people.
Yeah, but if they're going,
let's play the video again. Let's play the video again. Maybe we can pay attention a little bit.
Okay.
California Attorney General Rob Bonta there speaking about the state's reparations task force. And the group has been touring the state looking into the long-lasting impact of slavery on African Americans and ways to make amends. And today they picked up their days-long meeting in downtown Sacramento. So economists told the group that it could cost the state $800 billion to compensate Black residents who qualify for generations of discriminatory practices. That's that is 2.5 times the yearly state budget of $3 billion. But to add context to all of this, that's what was described as the economic loss due to the effects of slavery. Cities like San Francisco, they are open to paying eligible Californians $5 million each, but the jury is still out on what reparations should look like.
And the main thing is missing that we don't talk about enough is the money. I was born in the cotton field. I was raised in the cotton field. Someone had to tell the truth. You know, there's so many lives out here. A lot of things is going on wrong. Help people to give people homes.
Enough already. There's visual evidence, there's evidence all over the place about what has occurred, what has happened to us, the atrocities that has happened to our people. We've already paved, our ancestors paved the way for us, and it's hard for black folk here to believe it. This has been a fight for over 500 years. It's time, the time is now. America must atone for what is taking place to our ancestors.
Pushing for reparations across the country. That's my main reason for being here. Believe that it is totally African Americans' fault that they are poor. We have purposely been kept away from money. We've purposely been kept away from the American dream.
Land is the most important, because if we spend the money off, what? We ain't got no land? No, we need land.
Now, not everyone approves of this. Critics say that the plan is impractical. Some even say that California was not a slave state, so why should California taxpayers pay the price? Task Force is still trying to determine some things like definitions, things that like who should be considered a California resident to get reparations and how long should they have lived in California. And the task force, they are meeting again tomorrow, and they have until July 1st to make that final decision.
You know where my father was born, Leah?
No.
He was born in a fucking barn. He was born in a barn. Right? This motherfucker dressed in a suit, who's living out in California, who's saying, "Oh, I was born in a cotton field. I was raised in a cotton." So fucking what? So what? My father used to tell me stories about how.
Yeah, but you know what's funny about this, right? Like, the fact that we've been mixing races for how many years, you know? Like, how many people, like, if you're a white person, like, or more white, you're going to hold on to your heritage. You know, this, you know, like, they may have something like maybe they have their great grandfather's slave people. You know how many white people would probably get this money before black people do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean
Like,
that one guy looked strangely Caucasian. You know?
Yeah, like this is just I don't know. I'm almost gonna call bullshit on this because this doesn't even make sense. Like, like who gets the money? How are they gonna decide who can prove it? Like, who's bringing this lawsuit?
Well, it's the those guys that were up there screaming about this. Those are the people that are looking for money.
Yeah,
they don't care. They don't care. Fucking
rich black
Sean
people.
Quain doesn't get it.
It's probably 4 families, four wealthy black families, and they're going to split up $200 billion between each of them.
Yeah, Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry. That guy's whiter than me sometimes. You know what I mean?
Tyler Perry. You ever see
like
Tyler Perry's house?
A white old businessman.
You ever see Tyler Perry's house?
No. Why?
The guy lives on an estate. Right?
Yeah.
And the thing is that when I see that, I think to myself, the only reason why he's living there is because he's black.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think to myself, well, what are all these white people going to think? You get a majority of the country who bust their ass every day, right, to pay for their kids' college, to pay for fucking dinner, for a house, whatever. And they're just seeing black people not doing anything and then getting tons of cash, brand new houses, not paying taxes. What do you think that's going to do? What do you think people like me are going to say? That has to work paycheck to paycheck. You think that I'm going to be like, oh, okay, this is great. Yeah. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm not going to work anymore. I'm not going to pay my taxes. I'm going to try to go on disability. You're going to get a bunch of people. You're going to get a bunch of people living like Michelle Marie Delaney. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, they're like beating us so low that they're gonna have to start supporting us because slavery is illegal now.
Yeah.
So they'll have to pay us.
Let's be honest.
God, I love how your mind thinks.
Well, I could see it happening. That's the whole thing. Like I see people like Anderson, Henderson, and Burks, no desire to work whatsoever. You know why? Because they realize they don't have to. All right. When the first time I ever heard of drug court, I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" You know. And this black guy is schooling me in drug court. Like, yeah, you should know about this. They know about all these programs. Just wait until white people find out about these programs. Just wait. Just wait.
Wait, what is drug court?
Exactly. Exactly.
I've never heard of that. What is that?
Leo, there's a lot of things that you can get for free. You can make deals with the state, whatever. Again, I've never been to drug court. I've never collected any kind of disability. I did go on unemployment for, I think, like 3 months. But again, these people sure know a lot about how the system works. I don't, but just wait until people like me figure it out. Just wait. And that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. I'm telling you.
I know some of these people, they live really, really good and don't have to do shit.
Well, I look at it like this. I might be able to go on a vacation, like once a year. All right. But you know what my vacation consists of?
What?
Basically either staying home or going out to Portland and going to stay at someone's house for free. You know what I mean? And just hanging out. I'm not going on a fucking like cruise. I'm not going on anything like that. All right.
Mhm.
But just wait. Just wait until I can't afford that. Right? Because that'll be soon. And then just wait until I can't afford to do certain other things. And just wait until I can't afford to pay my house. All right. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna be just like Anderson, Henderson, and Burks. All right. And I'm telling you, I will be devoted to this. I will be devoted to this. I can write letters, I can complain, I can play the victim. And that's what people are gonna do. I guarantee you 100%. Well, what's the point of me going to work? If you can't pay for anything, what's the point of going to work?
Yeah, we're not going to be able to, yeah.
It's just again, I think that people are conveniently stupid sometimes. Conveniently stupid.
Hmm.
Okay. Sorry, Tina.
Sound like you fell down a well.
Yeah, I feel a little better now.
Yeah.
I stopped eating potatoes. Eating a lot of potatoes.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what they told you. You're right, MJ. Nobody wants to work. Nobody can afford to work. MJ.
And it's not even worth it because the minute like you get your head out of water, something happens or the price of food doubles and then you're right back in the shitter. You know what I mean? Like, what are we working for? Other than to just scrape by.
New York City wants to raise the unemployment to 21 something. All right. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Most of the union workers that you see in Manhattan that are building these skyscrapers and shit, I'd say about 60% of them are getting paid that. 60%. Because you got to start off somewhere. They want to get you into a union, blah, blah, blah. Why would I even bother? What's the incentive? They don't give these guys pensions anymore. They fucking furlough these dudes. What's the point? I'm telling you right now. You raise the minimum wage to 20 something dollars an hour. Okay, you raise the wage to 20 something dollars an hour. Either it's going to spike up the cost of living, or you're going to get a bunch of people that are going to be like, "Why am I breaking my back every day? For what? For what? Why am I risking my life every day if I can go to fucking minimum wage job that's paying 20 something dollars an hour? Unbelievable. Yep. Yep, exactly. Exactly, MJ. Mmm, very delicious. Can we get grants from the government for doing nothing? Yes. In fact, yes, you can. You absolutely can. Oh, I got to throw these out. Oh, yeah.
Jesus, thanks, Biden. That started back with the Clintons, though. I think when Clinton was president, they started putting in these programs that, granted, like people needed them, right? Their people fall on hard times, but people then started to learn how to abuse them. And then that's when they started to cry, oh, that's racism and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, there's always some form of discrimination. It's like,
they learned how to twist that. I don't think people remember like 30 years ago. Like it wasn't like this, because when someone would cry, oh, that's racist, somebody else would say, so what? Like it's not that big of a deal that someone called you a name. But they just use this. It's not everybody, but a lot of them use it to, get something for free now. And
well, I mean, as
it's
you
really
know,
fucking crazy.
as you know, I truly hate when people pick on people, not for what they've done or whatever, like maybe for who they are. When you get attacked for something like that, that's the cheapest thing ever. I think that's retarded, but it does
Yeah.
happen. It does
Yeah.
happen. But here's the thing: because people do that, doesn't make you less of a person. Doesn't make you have the same opportunities. And in fact, I think black people have more opportunities than whites in this country. It just so happens that there's more white people in this country than blacks, and the way the laws are set up is for black people. It protects black people more than white people.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I see this happen all the time in my job. They'll hire someone because of the color of their skin. I've never seen that happen with white people. I only see it happening with black people, and this is something that people complain about and talk about every once in a while. You hear about, no, it's because he's white. I think black people see white people and they think that they're not struggling. Black people, I'm telling you, we're struggling. Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
because
they
you're not
actually made it a
succeeding,
law, though, right?
well, just because
They,
they're not succeeding at something doesn't mean that I am. Okay.
exactly.
Please stop this. Stop this
Yeah.
bullshit.
But I mean, they actually made it a law that companies had to start hiring minority. Like, so if they had one white guy and one black guy, or Mexican
Yeah.
guy or whatever,
And sometimes they don't have
regardless
to
if the
pass.
white, right,
Yeah.
regardless if the other guy, the white guy was the better guy at the, for the job.
But
Wow.
not even that. I mean, like even these aptitude tests, sometimes black people are exempt. I was exempt from a SAT. I had to take the no, I was exempt from the PSATs.
Mhm.
And the reason why I was exempt was because I have a neurological disorder. And my neurological disorder causes me to see words backwards, upside down, sideways. Blah, blah, blah. It's called dyslexia. All right. They're basically saying that because of the color of your skin, you don't have to take a test. You don't. They're basically calling you retard without calling you retard, and they're allowing you to do certain things that you know you normally couldn't do without doing something else. You know what I mean? That's a big advantage. That is a humongous advantage. Okay, I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, the world has not been nice to me. Okay, because I'm white. There's I want a black person, right, to come to me and tell me that my life is better than theirs because I'm white. And I'm going to tell you something right now, black people, you don't know what it's like to be a white person walking down a black neighborhood late at night. It doesn't happen. Okay, you
No.
want to know why? Because we would get beaten up. We'd probably get mugged and shot. All right, because of the color of our skin. And I'm telling you, white people don't really talk about that. And when they do, they're considered racist because again, they want to push this agenda. They don't want people to acknowledge this. But white people you will not find a white person walking down in a black neighborhood late at night by themselves. I'm telling you right now.
Not unless they're crazy.
Yeah, I mean, when was the last time you walked in a black neighborhood, right?
I never did it.
Okay, but if you did, tell me how welcome you feel.
I know that's
Tell me
why. I never would. Because I'm from the suburbs of Chicago, so we knew like the neighborhoods to stay away from and what's like Waukegan and like we knew to stay out of there because we weren't welcome because we were white. We would get mugged. We would get beat up.
Yeah, I mean, there's been plenty of times. I remember when the first time this ever happened to me, I was in Hoboken, and it wasn't by any black people. It was by these Hispanic kids, and there was probably about like 4 or 5 of them. And I was and they saw me and they called me. I forget what they called me, like something like white, something to do with the color of my skin. Again, black people, you think you're the only ones that go through this. This is, someone's either lying to you or you're just not paying attention or, you're not smart enough to figure it out. But I mean, come on.
It's really, really sad.
And I'm going to tell you something right now. If there was a black guy walking down my street, wouldn't have anything to worry about. I'm not going outside to go fucking tell him to get out of here. I mean, I wish I could. Probably get in my pickup truck with my Confederate flag and chase him down the street. That's another thing.
With your hound coon hunting dog in the back.
Yeah. I'd be spitting tobacco and everything.
Your
like,
straw hat. Your straw hat.
What are you doing there, ba?
Oh, jeez.
So stupid. Like I went to Jefferson. I think it was Jefferson Jackson, North Carolina. I was almost beheaded there by other white people. Just all the black people out there. I was almost beheaded there. You want to know why? Because I didn't look like them. I didn't sound like them. They knew I was from out of town. All right. These people did not want me there. The guy I was staying with had to go into town and tell people that I was there just so they would leave me the fuck alone. That I was there as his guest. You know what I'm saying? Like things get weird. Things get weird. But these were other white people.
Yeah, I mean, we like the hillbillies hate the certain group of other white people, and you know what I mean. Like we get it. I wonder if it's the same way in the black community, or do they all just get along?
People are the same. I just think that black people are naive to certain things, and again, I've been treated unfairly in my life. There's been things that have happened to me. There's been things that have been said to me by Irish people. Okay. As you know, the Italians and the Irish hate each other. In fact, when I got together with Seasons, I hate fucked her. I don't know if you know that. Because she's 100% pure Irish. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that explains the temper though.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? It's like what the fuck? I don't know what to tell people. You know what? I can get along with anybody. If you get a problem with the color of my skin, I don't know. You're probably gonna stay away from me. You're probably not gonna talk to me. Life is gonna go on. Enjoy life, man. Have fun. Have fun without me. I don't need to be in your life. But I think black people really believe this, and I think that they believe that they're the only ones that are persecuted. They're the only ones that are targeted, and they're the only ones that didn't get a fair shake. You know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I knew a guy. His name was actually he was Dr. Esquire's friend.
Mm-hmm.
The guy they used to call him Herman the German, and the reason why they called him that was because when he came here after World War II, he used to tell people that he was like Austrian or something like that. He was never German. He was so embarrassed, he was scared. And for years, this guy would deny that he was German. So I mean, my grandfather went through it. My grandfather was a immigrant after World War II. They weren't. Nobody was happy. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. You think a couple $1 million is going to make this go bye-bye or make you feel better? Take it, go get it, and then shut the fuck up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or you can fucking start being creative and, you know, be the next Jay-Z. I don't know. There's a lot of uncreative people in the Black community too.
Oh,
I mean,
is there?
well, yeah. I mean, if Jay-Z is like what they all aspire to be, a lot of them aren't becoming Jay-Z's. So that means that they're all uncreative. Jay-Z's creative. I don't know. My point is, again, Black people, knock it off, knock it off. And again, if you
Yeah,
want
but
to be taken seriously, you want things to be better in life. I've been saying this forever. Start acting like white people here. I don't know what to tell you. The
but you know what it is
The
though?
Asians are doing it.
Because I think like the normal down to earth, like I have Black friends, like all throughout my life, I've been friends with every race, color, creed, whatever. Every Black person or whatever I've been friends with, they don't feel like this. They're just normal, everyday, hardworking people. So I mean, these radical people that are just like, it's just ridiculous.
All right, so I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. When we were kids, all right, when me and Craig were kids, Craig acted like he was Black. All right, Craig thought that he was Black. He even joined the Crips. He became what he thought he was, a rapper. All this stuff. The guy really thought he was Black. All right, you know what happened to him?
Yeah,
He got into a lot of trouble. He went to jail. All this crap. All right, that complicated his life. Now he's acting white, right? Now the guy's acting white. Things are getting better for him. Black people start acting white. I'm telling you. I mean, my family had to start doing it. You know, we can come here acting like fucking like Ginzos. You know, we had to act like these, like, you know, you have to, you know, pretend, like, assimilate. I don't know what to tell you. It's just ridiculous. I mean, you've been here longer than my friggin' family. You haven't figured it out yet. Someone's telling you the wrong thing, dude. All you Black people. I don't know who's telling you to do all this crap, but it's not a sellout thing. Whatever you're doing isn't working. It's not working out for your community. It's not working out for anybody.
No, it's not. It's just unproductive. It's not, we're not progressing. It's not fixing anything. None of this makes sense.
When I go to work, all right, when I go to work, I watch everything I say. All right, I watch how I present myself, whatever. All right. It's not really me, but it is. All right. And it's just me being respectful. It's not me selling out. I'm not going there with a fucking mohawk. I'm not going there with tattoos all over my face, fucking a shirt that says fuck off. It's just, again, you're presenting yourself and they want to sell you. They want to make money off you, and you want their money. That's all it is. And you want to go home at the end of the day. And when you get pulled over by the cops, you don't want to be like, all right, guy, get out of the car. When cops pull you over, I'm telling you, there's a way to act and there's not a way. There's a way not to act.
Right. Yeah, that's what I don't understand either. It's like right away they got to be confrontational.
They're very confrontational people.
Yeah.
Very.
And you're absolutely right. If you present yourself in an angry manner, and a cop is there to uphold the law, of course he's going to be a little paranoid. He may be a little hostile with you back. It doesn't necessarily mean he's going to beat you to death or anything.
Maybe they should take this $800 billion and like have classes for Black people to like assimilate. Maybe there has to be like an assimilation class or something like that. I'm serious. I don't.
Maybe.
I mean, like,
Well, maybe they could be ordered. Like, if they're found guilty, like this could be a new mental illness. Like you're found guilty for being too racist towards white people or something. The judges have to order them to take these assimilated classes to how to interact with white people.
Yeah.
Without hating.
The reality of it is that the United States is majority white. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry. Majority of this country is white. And you know what? A majority of the businesses are going to be white. Majority of the government's going to be white.
Yeah.
So again, who are you doing business with? You're doing business with white people, black people. I don't know what to tell you. And if you think you're a black-run business or black-owned business and you're only going to get money from black people, good luck. Good luck. Ross Perot said it himself. You want to deny people business based on the color of someone's skin? Go ahead. You won't have a business. And it's not because white people. It's not because white people are fucking trying to keep you down. You're just a bad fucking businessman. So stupid.
Chips on their shoulders. That's not going to get anybody anywhere. They set themselves back when they think like that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Lollipop Guild making fun of me.
Oh.
Stop normalizing fights in Popeyes. This is my
Yes,
point.
exactly. Head and shoulders. That's not okay.
Yeah, and this is my point. I've said this before to black people. I've said, why do you want to become a stereotype? So what do you mean by that? So, well, for instance, like, if you ever feel the need to say the N-word, because I've never felt the need to say that. I say it as a joke to make people feel uncomfortable, whatever. But these people are saying it like in terms of endearment, terms of anger. They just use it every day as part of their vocabulary.
Yeah.
And when people hear that, as a white person or maybe even a white business owner, I'm gonna say, fuck yeah, I definitely want to hire this guy. I definitely want to hire this guy. I want him talking to every single one of my customers like that. You're definitely gonna do great in business. Absolutely, 100%. No. And then when they don't get the job or they get fired because whatever, it's the white man's fault. I'm telling you guys, white people. I went over to that community, that black community. I asked them to please stop saying the N-word. They told me to go fuck off, white boy. To this day, I remember.
I remember.
Yeah, I'm
remember.
I don't know why. I don't know why these. Again, when I first started working in Brooklyn, worked by the Farragut projects in Brooklyn, one of the most dangerous projects ever, the Farragut in Brooklyn. And I would go get my lunch, and I have to walk. Never bothered by anybody. Never bothered by anybody. But that's because I was wearing a construction outfit. They knew that we were doing construction over there. But I'm telling you, if I went down there as dressed whatever, they would have a problem. They'd think I was a cop. They would think whatever. I heard so many N-words. So many N-words. Right down the street, there was they started gentrifying the area. That's where I used to smoke my cigarette. And this fucking white bitch comes out of her apartment one day and says, "Can you please not smoke outside my apartment?" And I remember telling her, I was like, "No, I'm gonna smoke right here." And she looked at me and slammed the door. Like she was so offended, And I thought to myself, I'm like, I'm gonna wait for this woman to come out. I'm gonna ask her if she can go walk her children down by the Farragut projects. Because I know they do this. And every single time they walk their children over there, the children have to hear the N-word. And you know what this mother does? She doesn't say a thing. She looks at her white baby and smiles. "Oh yeah, how are you doing? Yeah, this is great, blah blah blah." Black people, I'm telling you, stop with this N-word stuff. And white people that are so offended by the N-word, go ahead, start telling black people, stop saying that word. You won't do it, but you'll give them $800 billion, and you don't even know if that's going to appease them. How is that going to, again, will this appease you, black people? $800 billion. $800 billion. Will this appease you? Will this stop you from saying the N-word? Will this stop you from screaming racism every single time you get fired from a job? Like that's never happened to any of us. I don't know what to tell you. Fucking Christ. Yep. Thank you, Sarah. Yep. And again, if I'm pro any race, if I'm pro any race, all right, I got to be honest with you, it would be white. It would be the white race. You know, the reason being is because all the medicine, all the innovation, all of whatever that has been shared with the rest of the world has been shared by white people. Okay? I'm sorry. I don't think like that. But if you were going to ask me which race was the best, I would have to say white people. What race are you pro? I would have to say white. And again, this is coming from a person that wasn't even considered white fucking 50 years ago in this country. So I mean, again, give me a break. Give me a break. Leo, you weren't considered white either, by the way, just so you know. Leo was considered I don't know what the hell they call these people, but you weren't
Sorry,
considered white.
there was
Polish
bus
people
drama.
weren't considered white. I don't even think Germans at one point in this country were considered white.
So who's considered white then?
So over time, the only white people in this country hailed from England. All right, the French weren't considered white, and what happened was all these immigrants started coming in, and they assimilated, and that's when they started to be considered white. In Europe, it was something totally different. In Africa, it's something totally different. In Asia, it's something totally different. There's actually white Asians in Asia. I don't know if you know that.
No, I didn't. I mean, I think I've heard it before, but
In the
I don't know
Asian
how that's even
culture,
possible.
in the Asian culture, if you have a tan, all right, it's a symbol of like stupidity. It's a symbol of low class. These people stay away from the sun. That's why all these Asian women, ask Wingstar, this is why they have big hats, so they don't get a suntan. Okay, I'm telling you guys. Irish people weren't considered white in this country, and this is my point. Black people, I'm telling you. I'm giving you a heads up. If you think white people are keeping anything from you, I'm telling you the truth. Start acting white. I promise you. Promise, promise, promise. Mm. Well, head and shoulders, head and shoulders. I'm sorry to say this, but Polish people were never considered white in this country. Maybe a couple like 50 years ago.
You just said never, and then you said maybe 50.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
I thought I was like the epitome of white because I'm Polish, Russian, Norwegian, French, and German, and that's like the whitest of white. But that you're right, it's from Europe.
yeah,
I guess
you're
I'm not
European.
American white.
You were
Then.
European,
Yeah.
but when you came to America, that wasn't what white was. Irish people weren't
Right.
considered white.
You're
Irish
right.
people are the fucking whitest people on the face of the earth.
Yeah. You're absolutely right though. I'm European. I'm not white. So why am I being judged? Damn it! I'm going to use that to my advantage. So I'm not white. What the fuck? Gimme.
Well, this is the other thing. Again, when white people come here from, let's say, Mexico, there's white Mexicans, there's white Central America. You know what I'm saying? They come here, nothing to do with slavery, right? They come here and now they got to pay more in taxes. They're not entitled. Blah blah blah. That's kind of fucked up. I mean, this is the land of opportunity, not the land of friggin' like like feed me. You know what I mean? I don't know. Very strange. Very fucking strange. And the reason why I can say this, because I know for a fact that this is true, because I saw a group of people, my family, come from another country that, again, wasn't enjoyed here. It was just right after World War II. No one was happy with my family. You know what I mean? And you had to assimilate. You had to assimilate. My grandfather used to tell me all the time that he was American. He wasn't Italian. That was very, very important.
Orange lives matter.
Yeah.
What Head and Shoulders? What's the tainted part out of my mutt mix? Polish, Russian, Norwegian, French, and German. I mean, that's all white, unless you think French.
You know who's white out of all that? And if you are Scandinavian, right?
Hmm.
You have this, like, they call these people the Sami people, and the Sami people are the natives to that region, and they're a mixture of, like, they look like they're white Asians, and they used to call them Alpine. If you had that Alpine look or whatever, it was
Aren't
normally
those
because
like mountain Asians? Don't they live in the mountains or
they're
something?
native. They're like native to Europe. They're Europeans, but they look like Asians, and
Right.
that's what the Norwegians, the Swedish, the Finns are. All this stuff. That's why they have those slanty eyes and all that stuff.
Ah.
You look them up, the Sami people. Maybe I can find a picture of them. Sami.
Nazi Melton. Yeah, I'm gonna be listening to that guy. He gives such great advice. He's so knowledgeable.
Sami are an indigenous people who inhabit the whatever. Their preferred name for Lapland and at areas in northern Norway, Sweden, and Finland, also well as the peninsula of Russia. They speak their own language, the Sami language, and let me see if I can find a picture of them. They have a very unique look to them, but again, let's see if I can show you this picture. That's them. They're like the least white though, but they're Scandinavians. So this is my point. These people look nothing like the English, nothing like the English,
No.
and they were considered non-whites. Um, Again, French weren't considered whites. At one time, the French were so hated here because if it wasn't for the French, we would never have won that stupid war called the Revolutionary War. The Germans
Okay.
too. The Germans were not considered whites over
Hmm.
at that time. So again, you got to assimilate. You got to. I'm sorry. That's just the truth. You can be your own person. You could be your own person. That might not get you anything. Again, I have tons of artwork. Hasn't got me anything. Nothing. The only thing that's ever gotten me money is picking up someone else's trash. Think about that.
Yep.
And black people, I'm sorry, but I had to touch shit. There was one time, I picked up a dentist office. Buckets. I was throwing out these buckets. We didn't know what the hell was in it. I got splashed with it. It was the spit, the saliva.
Oh yeah, I
I've
remember you telling me about that. Was
Yeah,
that even legal for them to throw that away?
I
That's
have I
like
have no clue.
biohazard.
I have no clue. It was in Bergenfield, New Jersey.
Wow.
I
Oh, that's so gross.
Yeah.
Did you like bathe in like bleach?
Well, what happened was, that happened to me, and
Did you mute? I can't hear you. Can you guys hear him? Okay, you guys can't either. I know he got kicked off earlier, then he came back on like he was still talking. So I'm not sure what's going on. Orange thinks he sounds great. Oh, there. Maybe someone called him or something. Elbow. Oh, Elbow is Elvis Travel. See, I don't. That guy's just plain old disgusting. Well, but Melton is too. They're both kind of gross. I mean, if you guys like watching that, I can't sit and just watch a person destroy their life and like go down in a downward spiral. That's not entertainment for me. I can't. I feel too bad for these people. Oh, he just threw up. There's vomit. My God, you didn't even seem like you were sick. Oh no. Well, hopefully he comes back. Poor guy. Oh, for his phone. Oh gosh. Well, stop talking to us and go clean yourself up. Call the doctor. Yeah, I think the doctor's there, Sarah. Oh yeah, don't let the dogs eat it. Don't let the dogs eat it. The thought of Melton makes everyone sick. Look, honest to God, I don't know whether to believe if Melton is a straight up character or not. But the thought of seeing a grown man acting and doing some of the things that he does, like just living out of his vehicle and not really having his, anywhere to call home or have anybody to seem to care about the guy, that's very sad to me. Yeah, it's very sad. I hope it's a character. No. Well, why wouldn't he show us what he looks like? Bobby, Leather King. The dogs are eating it. No. What did you eat? I bet you threw up pizza. Pizza vomit. That's like the worst. Like Italian vomit, spaghetti vomit, where the noodles come out your nose. That's so gross. Oh, is he obsessed? Well, it does seem like when people like obsess over other people on here, doesn't that make you guys like question their mental stability like a little bit more? That they obsessively talk about somebody other than themselves? I mean, that's kind of scary to me. Like, I would never let anyone take up that much of my time in my life. Like, I don't care. Oh, maybe those Big Macs. Have draw a little mustache under his nose. Yikes. Oh, I want to see what he looks like. Did he do it for his girlfriend? Why did he do it, Leather King? Why would you just shave off your facial hair like that? Because you did it? Is he copying you, Leather King? I thought, you know what, Head and Shoulders, that may be the best thing if he did, because, Leather King might take care of business and put that guy where he belongs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, then he wouldn't be a danger to society or anything. He's the man I think that would do it. Does he look like Woody Allen? Oh, God, I hope not. Woody Allen is not good looking. Right? Yeah, I think you would be the guy to do it, Leather King, if he showed up. Because I know he stalked or went around another YouTuber, and that person was extremely scared. And I understand why. But I don't think like people would mess with, like they would have to really be stupid. I mean, I've seen your weapons alone, not to mention the size of your fist. Wait, who is Head and Shoulders? Melton? He's trying to role play as a child? I hope you guys are reporting this channel with this guy, because doesn't he have his channel set for children as well? Like, we all know what type of person this guy is. He should not be targeting kids. That's like that Jeffrey Marsh shit. Like, that's creepy. Freak web. What's the freak website? I don't know what that is. Honestly, guys, I don't know a lot about social media. That's really, really, really upsetting. Really upsetting to hear that. On Chatter, yeah, that's so disgusting. Yeah, MJ, right? And I think people, if I'm not wrong, like, are people like encouraging this guy? I mean, I don't know. Can you just watch him? Can people type to him? Like, I don't know. I don't even know what he's doing, right? But I'm thinking, like, if he's targeting kids, I hope somebody's like reporting him. And I'm not even going to look, because Sarah, maybe he doesn't want to cheat on his Asian girlfriend, Sarah. Maybe he has a crush on you too, but he feels like maybe that would be bad because what is her name? Julie? Julie might get jealous. And he doesn't want to rock the boat.
All right, Leo.
What?
Hold on for a second. What is this? Okay, can you hear me? Damn
Yes,
it.
I can. There's like an echo though.
Yeah, hold on.
Whose name
Okay.
is Linda, Sarah?
Now you can hear me, right? No echo. All right,
Yep,
hold on.
no echo.
We're gonna go see the doctor.
Why did he shave his beard?
Oh, doctor!
Doctor,
People want to see you without your beard.
Put it on full screen.
Okay, hold on.
We get like a big view.
Yeah, they want to see you without.
Yeah, we want to see. The ladies want to judge ya.
Oh, doctor! Doctor!
Oh, wow. You look so different.
Thank you.
You're still handsome, though. You're still very handsome. Why is he hiding his face?
I don't know. He's like, I don't know.
I mean, I like him better with the beard, but he's still very handsome.
Thank you.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, I think I like him. I can't really tell because he's looking down at his feet.
Yes, the Linda is the doctor's girlfriend. They want to know if you're still talking to Linda, doctor.
Oh, no, I got rid of her.
Oh, we got rid of her.
Yeah.
Sarah.
She was annoying. She would send like voice memos and she'd get, "What are you doing now?" What are you doing now?
Oh no.
Are you a hypocritical man?
That's Linda?
Yeah, that's Linda sounds like. She's
What are you doing now?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Does that get him off that? You know, the Asian
No,
talk?
again, I want to point out that Wingstar has an Asian fetish. Wingstar is one of those people who has an Asian, but she loves everything Asian. She married an Asian guy. She even had an Asian baby. That's bizarre. Dr. Esquire
I bet you
doesn't do
that's a
that.
cute baby, though. That's gotta be a cute baby.
Probably humongous Armenian nose. Probably a hairy chest, mustache, and slanty eyes. I don't know.
No, it's gotta be just adorable. Oh my gosh. Let's joint base Andrew.
I think deep down, Doctor has a crush on me, says Sarah. Really, Sarah?
Could be.
Sarah's screaming hot wife. Hot wife. Oh my God.
Yeah, she would do hot wife with the doctor. I guarantee it.
You don't know what hot wife is?
No.
Hot wife is when men share, husbands share their wives with other men. It's called hot wife. And Sarah's got a hot wife fantasy. Yep. Yep. The doctor's already done that, Sarah. Yep. Red flags all over. Seriously, I need to.
Already done that.
But that's stealing them away from their husbands.
Hey, for you. Sorry for you. I didn't see you there.
Oh, and
What's
Chad's here too. Hey,
Yeah.
for you and Chad.
Dad, how are you? Wow. More love, please. Okay. Chill out. The left will do whatever to get rid of guns. Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw the outburst today in Congress of the angry black man. And this is the thing. All right.
Who's the angry black man?
Oh, some guy, he was screaming. He was just like fucking screaming nonstop about the kids. Dude, fuck your kids. I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't let your kids out of the house. What do you guys send your fucking kids, right, to daycare, to fucking whatever, into the arms of other strangers? That's so disgusting. All of you people do this.
Yeah, I could never do it. I mean, I do. Well, no, that's wrong. I do it. I send him to public school.
Yeah. So
But, and it's scary as hell. That's scary as hell to do.
Yeah. It's just bizarre. I mean, I have friends, people that I know in real life, and they have kids, right? And their kids are around the mother or the father, and these mother and fathers have, new boyfriends, new girlfriends. That's a bizarre thing. That's a very, very bizarre thing. You don't even want that happening, but you got it. That I understand. But you haven't. All right. You good? All right. Sorry, I was getting something. But again, you have the option. You don't have to send your kids to school. Homeschool them.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking idiots. I don't know what to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you complain about these kids being taught about transgender or whatever. It's like, then don't send your kids to school. Homeschool them. I don't know.
I kid you not, today I think I seen like a possible like mental illness kid. I was dropping my kid off at school, and what I thought was a little girl that walked by us, and I said something, and my daughter's like, no, that's a boy. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, does he know he's a boy? Like, why does his parents let him have such super long hair? And and he was looking at us all crazy like.
Do you remember like growing up and there was always that like one or two kids that had super long hair? Yeah. Isn't that weird?
It was frowned upon.
Yeah. Well, I think they became lunatics. They all became fucking lunatics.
Yeah, like big drug addicts.
Yeah. Whatever.
Now everybody can have it. It's okay.
Hey,
because
Chad,
alcoholism is a disease. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I get it. Socializing a kid is very important. Again, you guys gotta remember, I don't have kids. All right. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. All right. You want to talk about socializing a kid? Throw your kid in special education in third grade to graduation.
And hear the cry.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
And hear the
You
sound,
want to talk about socializing?
sound of tears.
Yeah, you want to talk about socializing? I had to socialize with people in wheelchairs, fetal alcohol syndrome children that were like verbally and physically abusive.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they had to speak. They would just use their fist.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Trust me, they'll be fine. Trust me. They don't need to socialize with anyone. They don't. I don't know. That's all I'm saying. I was socialized with a lot of people, a lot of different
Yeah.
people.
I mean, I guess that is true. Like, I'm amazed that like you didn't like. What happened to all the other people that were in special ed with you?
Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. I ran into someone that I was in those classes with, and the guy's about 400 pounds, and he's pushing carts outside of a freaking grocery store.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You know, I ran into someone else. He just got out of prison. He's schizo. You know, there were a couple kids in high school that should have probably been in special education, but they were heavily medicated. And when they got out of high school, they all ended up fucking in jail. Like they had some kind of like mental, I don't know. It's just very, very bizarre.
Well, their structure was taken away.
Yeah.
People that have mental illness, and I'm not a doctor, but from one of my studies, like if you take their structure away, that's it. They're gone then. Like they have to have somebody rein them back in.
It's sad and crazy.
It is. It's very sad. They just say, "Here you go. You're graduated. Go make something of yourself."
Yeah, don't ever come back here. Don't ever come back here.
And then they wonder why people get, the schools get shot up and stuff.
The first thing I did when I graduated, right? I remember I went back to my middle school, snuck in there and smoked a cigarette in the bathroom. I remember doing that. I was like, "There's nothing they could do to me." I remember I went in there, did that. I did a bunch of other stupid shit, and then I got a job and started drinking in Pearl River, New York, every night. Yep. My sister-in-law was severely disabled, but her brain work. She would be, yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff like that. I'm not making fun of anyone. I saw the worst of the worst, Sarah. Worst of the worst, and I feel for the parents. I feel for the teachers that have to deal with that and try to push these kids through, or at least push them to do something. And life was very, very hard for those kids. Very, very hard for those kids.
Mm-hmm.
So sad. Again, like I remember running into one of the teachers, and that guy that I was telling you about that I found pushing the carts.
Mm-hmm.
I ran into her and I was like, I was telling her, I was like, I just saw Anthony, whatever, blah, blah. She's like, did he ever get a girlfriend? I'm like, I don't think so. Why? And she goes, oh. Like, that's what these people that devoted their lives to this stuff, to helping children out who are, special needs or whatever. There's hope with these people. They really think that maybe at one time they really thought that they can make a difference. 20 years later, maybe not so much. And that was the only thing that woman could ask me, was like, did he ever get a girlfriend? Did he ever, because she knows, she's seen it before. She thought of this guy like, hey, listen, you're going to have a certain amount of time to, do things that people enjoy. Go do them, and he missed out on it. And there was a lot of other kids in that class that never, ever even had the chance. Never had the chance. Like, they were in wheelchairs. It's just so bad. I wish they would have put me in another class, Leo. Like something.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like, obviously, those, like, because one of my brothers was in special ed. Actually, two of them might have been, because one had epilepsy. But my other brother had he just learned things a lot slower. But so I mean, it's warranted. Like, special ed is warranted, but to put somebody like you in a class with somebody who like my nephew is now. Like my nephew now is like the next Unabomber or something. You know what I mean? Like he's just a horrible kid. That's an
Krista,
influence on you.
yeah, and I've met people like that, but I've also met people. I've also met people like Krista. Krista, I'm telling you, you're a good person. Okay, I see what you do for people. You're very nice. Whatever is wrong with you, Krista, doesn't get in the way of you being a good person.
No, I don't see, like, Krista is like the most sane person and one of the most sane people I've even met, like, on this platform. She's so normal. You know what I mean? Like, she's not.
She knows the
She's
difference.
She's raising her
Yeah.
kids. She's a good person.
And she has cause for community.
Yeah.
Like, guys, put a 1 in the chat for Krista. Krista, you're the best. Don't worry about it, Krista.
She's super smart too.
Sorry, that was for you, Krista. Yep.
This burp's for you.
Yeah. Almost threw up in my mouth. Oh my God.
I once had an opportunity, no, be a god. What does that mean, F? To be a god, maybe?
Yeah, for you, are you special needs? Just out of curiosity, or just foreign or something? Because every once in a while, I pick up on these cues, and I really don't know. Like, I don't really know how to. Like, I don't know if I can put it. Okay, all right.
I think he drinks. I think someone told me once that he likes his whiskey. He might have told me like he likes his whiskey or something. I could be wrong.
All right. As long as everybody's safe, you know. None of you are normal. Not saying you are dangerous or anything, but as an observer, you all have issues. I think everybody does. I think everybody finds things. Blue isn't blue to everybody. I think blue is like the most perfect color, and a lot of people don't like it. I don't know. Lollipop. I'll tell you something right now. I've met
who doesn't have issues?
Yeah, I've met a lot of people with issues, dude. And I'm telling you right now, the people that I've met, there might have been like 1 or 2 with severe issues that had to be taken care of. You know, everybody else is just getting along. Everybody else understands how to deal with people. This is why I praise Krista so much. All right, because I really believe that she gets it. She's not out of control. She's in control. She knows she's got an issue. I even praise Cruiser for this. Cruiser's one of those guys that told me, Cruiser's got an issue, and his issue can destroy his life, but he's on top of it. So he manages it. Mm-hmm. It's manageable. Yeah. No. I work hard and sleep hard. Okay. No, for you, you're the best. Thank you very much. I wasn't trying to, for you, I'm not trying to tease you or anything like that. Just that again, I've met a lot of people. All right. I've met a lot of people on here. And again, when you find out about people, it's like, oh, okay. I had no idea, Yeah. I don't know you. You know what I mean?
You know who that happened with me before? Like, it was like 6 years ago that I met Cool Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just talking to her like a normal person, like we're all joking around in chat, and she had a crush on this guy, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna steal him from you, like just joking around, like. And then I found out who she was, and I thought the people I hung with them, like, you assholes. Yeah. I feel like a complete idiot, like a heel, like a jerk because of what I was doing now.
Yeah, you gotta watch out with everyone. And again, I can vouch for some people that I've met. And the crazy thing is that I said this the other night. I would have vouched for Tasha when I met her. Tasha, I didn't see anything wrong. I really didn't. There were some other people that contacted me about Slingshot Warrior who had met him, and they were saying like, hey, listen, there's severe issues there. Blah, blah, blah. I didn't see anything when I went there, but as time went on, there were certain things that he said and did that kind of made me be like, yeah, you can't be on your own. You can't be making decisions on your own. I'm sorry. He wanted to rent that fucking box truck and move down to North Carolina. I mean, it's a romantic idea. It's a fun idea, but for him to do that, that's very dangerous.
Yeah,
Very, very
he wouldn't
dangerous.
have any support, right?
Well,
Or was he moving down? Or was he going down there to be with family? I mean, I don't know about the
let's
situation.
say he was going down there to be with family. If he was,
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's not a good idea for him to do that by himself, because
No.
him in a box truck driving down to North Carolina, he's going to kill these 100 people. You know. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad we could do that for you, Krista. What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm eating an apple.
Are
Melton John's last live stream, he said he was coming after you. Try Melton, and I will become. Thank you, Denise. Oh, he's coming after me? That should be fun. I'm going to fucking lay that guy out. Well, Bobby.
He's gonna be like Slender Man outside your house at midnight, right? Like, you know who Slender Man is. That's who Melton John reminds me of. Or Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. So creepy. Are you eating the apple or molesting the apple?
Very crisp apple. Very
But I don't hear you crisping it. Like, I don't hear the crunch.
Hold on.
I would think that it would be more like pudding because it's so quiet.
No.
He kicked himself again. Yeah. I don't. That's why, like, I give Dave or Bobby kudos or Leather King kudos because, you know, you guys don't realize how much work he puts into people like Slingshot Warrior. And then a troll will come along and just convince them like he's a bad guy. He really isn't. He really is trying to help these people.
Sorry, can you hear it? Leo?
I still can't hear it. Oh, now I did. Now I heard it. His shiny legs. Why are his legs shiny? Why are Melton's legs shiny?
Yes, Aquaman. Really? Well, again, Melton the faggot John wants attention from people. He wants attention from people. And guess what, Melton? Anytime you want, Melton. Anytime you want.
You know what's going to be said? Like, Leather King, as far as you know, right? Like, this guy is not in his right mind, right? And he's kind of like trying to get children to come to his channel because he's got a children's channel. You don't think he'd be one of those people that would like try to send children your way to fuck with you?
I think he's the type of person that probably should be in like a hospital or a home or something like that. To be honest with you.
Probably the answer is yes. Because if here's my thought. Like, he's running a child's channel and he's engaging in adult drama. So what's that? You know, that's going to intermingle the two. Like, guys, if this is true, you better shut him down or you're all complicit in that shit.
I don't listen. This guy said he was going to come to my house and kill me. Okay. I don't know how the hell he's still wandering the United States. You know, I don't understand how he's, you know, doing any of this. I really don't. It's crazy. You know, and again, I think that these people have their ups and downs. I believe that these people become delusional. They become obsessed. And you know, I would have, if I didn't know anything about what Tasha did recently, I would not. I would think, yeah, she's fine. She's fine. The stuff that I've seen her do, I'm going to tell you something right now, Tasha. I love you, and I don't want you to be like this. I don't want you to feel like this, Tasha. And it's wild. I don't know. And people instead of trying to help, all right. I noticed that people, they make these videos and they poke and prod. That's why she's so popular. That's why Melton's so popular. So they want to
Yeah.
poke and prod these people.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know anything that's going on with that drama. I mean, I seen a few things on Magicals, but I thought it was, just over the year or whatever bullshit. I don't know what Tasha's done recently.
It's this nonstop stuff that happens. She has these breakdowns, and I think a lot of stuff is causing it. I don't think it's just her just having breakdowns. I think it's stress. I think it's, a lot of things that she does that contributes to it. And it's just, I don't know. It can't be good. There's no way. There's no way it could be good.
Uh-uh.
Thank you, Krista.
It's really, really scary. Like once you figure, like my experience on here is like I get to know people, and then once I get them figured out, I have to walk away, because then I realize like how messed up these people are. Like they don't even think normal. You know what I mean?
Sarah,
Like,
well, yeah, but Leo, when I met Tasha, she was the nicest person I ever met in my life.
mhm,
Nicest person.
right,
I'm that's the truth. That is the 100%. I don't know if
right.
it's a fake or whatever was going on, but I
Well,
just
it
saw a lot
could
of
be just
people.
your illness. It could just be your mental illness, though, too.
I don't know. I don't know what her situation is. I'm not a
Yeah,
doctor.
I mean,
I
yeah,
don't
like
know. She
exactly.
didn't
You
tell me.
don't know. You
Yeah,
don't know.
but I have seen like her flip out over certain things, and rightfully so, right? Rightfully so. I've seen some fucking terrible things being said about her. I've seen some terrible things being done to her. Right?
Yeah.
But when she goes live and this stuff happens, it's like they pile it on. They pile it on. There's some
Well,
woman that actually tells her to go get Lori. Go after Lori.
yeah, I know. Well, that's
Yep.
see, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's she's listening to the wrong people. And I think that's where the mental like block or illness or whatever you want to call it. Like, why would you listen to somebody you don't know over, like a family member or a friend that you've known for years, like a real life friend? Like, I don't get that.
I'm the Tasha that I met. Extremely loving person, very nice
Yeah.
person. Gave me her last beer. You know what I mean? Like something like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
It wasn't.
hospitable, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't these Tashas that I see on YouTube where she was. She's having a breakdown and people are, calling the cops on her or doing whatever. That's not what I experienced with her. And it's sad because I really think that there's a lot of people out there that push her. Then there's this one person, and listen, I get it. People want to antagonize. There's a group of people over there that antagonize each other. I get it. Okay, but then there's people on the sidelines shouting, "Tasha, do this. Tasha, get him. Do that." Is dangerous. If Tasha is really, really sick, all right, I'm not saying she is, but if she is, you are doing a big disservice to her by encouraging her to do that. That's all I gotta say.
Well,
And
that's what
I
all
don't
those
do that to
people
her.
in
Yeah.
those drama streams that they do. They sit in the chat and they just egg it on, egg it on,
Yeah.
egg it on, egg it on, and then they get the person up on panel who's ranting and raving, all frazzled.
Smoke. I've been saying this for a while that they got to open up these facilities again. They got to make these facilities bigger. You know,
Yeah, are there even any left?
I go to one. I've taken you
But I
guys
mean,
to
like
one.
true asylums. Like I know there's mental hospitals. We've got a couple here, but they're usually for people that just kind of need like a light rest or something. You know what I mean? And I think, I mean, I guess I don't really know.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I know that there was an instance that or situation that happened to me. I want to say last summer. I don't know if you remember that guy Charles that I used to talk to outside the VA.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I ran into him and he wasn't doing too good, and he's telling me he's going to kill himself. And I'm like, Charles, I'm like, well, why don't we go why don't we go inside and go talk to somebody? He goes, I was just there. He goes, they kicked me out. So I tried calling some places for him, and they weren't accepting anyone. I was like, but there's a guy here. He's telling me he's going to kill him. They're like, you got to call the ambulance or the cops. So this is where it gets fucked up. So I told Charles, I said, listen, Charles, stay right here. I'm gonna go talk to someone inside. All right. And I went there and I talked to one of the security guards, and I'm like, oh, I'll go talk to one of the cops. I go tell the cop, I'm like, listen, there's a guy outside, right on the bench, and he's saying he's gonna kill himself. And the cop shrugged his shoulders and he goes, okay. So I was like, all right, so like nothing can be done. He goes, what do you want me to do? This is a federal officer, by the way.
Right.
This isn't just like a cop. This is a federal agent, a federal officer. And
Yeah.
he goes, listen, he goes, these people come in here every day, right? We got guys coming in here. They don't even know where the fuck they are. He goes, this is part of life. He goes, I can't leave here right now. If he needs help, tell him to call the hospital. I went out there, and you got to remember who Charles is. Charles is not all there, you know.
Right.
And he got up and left. I haven't seen Charles since then.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, I thought about it. I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do for this guy?
Yeah.
You know,
There's not. If someone's gonna hurt themselves or kill themselves, regardless, like unless they're under constant watch, I mean, they'll find a way. They'll find a way. There's nothing you can do. Wow.
it sucks.
Prayers for Charles. I hope he's okay.
Lollipop Guild. I called up Rockland Psych for this guy because I know a lot of guys that are in Rockland Psych. They're from either the Bronx, Manhattan, Brooklyn. They're all out there, and I called them and I told them what was going on, and they said, "Well, there's a process to it. Like he's got to go see a doctor. The doctor has to okay him to be like they just don't take anybody. People, there's no like no walk-in, you know." And to me, that sounds absolutely ridiculous. That doesn't make sense. There's no walk-in clinic that you can go to and be like, "Hey, listen, I'm feeling suicidal or whatever." I really think that's a big problem, especially talking to this guy. And again, I haven't seen the guy since last summer. I don't. The last thing he said to me was going to kill himself, and maybe he did. I have no clue.
That's so sad.
And I reached out. Think about it. I reached out. I went into a hospital. I reached out to a federal officer in the hospital. Nobody. I called the hospital. Nobody would help. You understand how bad that is? You want I don't know. I've never been through that. I don't know what this guy's experiencing. Like the guy looked like he was on his last leg too. You know?
Yeah. And nobody wanted, like, nobody cared.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Well, someone cared, but there was nothing I could do for the guy. There was no,
Right, but I
what
mean,
was I gonna
like,
do?
nobody.
Go call my boss and say, hey, you know what? There's a guy out here. He's fucking gonna kill himself. I gotta go run. I'm gonna go take him up to Rockland Psych. I'm gonna drop him.
Right, right. But you said he had just been discharged from the hospital or whatever, right?
They kicked him out because he needed a lot of these people that show up to the VA, or at least where I work, I see them all the time, and they're there to pick up medication. And
Mhm.
I'm not saying that this guy needed medication. All I know is he told me that he went in there and they told him no. They basically told him to go home. I don't know how true that. Again, this is somebody who, again, we've seen multiple times passed out on the sidewalk, drunk, sleeping in piss and vomit. So, yeah,
Yeah, you don't know the whole story of everything, right?
yeah. But it was just an eye opener. It was a very big because I thought that these people can get help whenever they wanted. I really did. And that's not the truth. That's not the case. And to anyone who's going through this, I feel really, really bad for you. I feel really, really bad for you. If you don't know where to go, that's a big problem. That is a very big problem.
Hmm.
And then you wonder why these kids are going into these schools fucking killing people.
Yeah, exactly. Because they had crazy parents that birthed them, taught them their ways.
I don't know that. We don't know that. I'm going to be honest with you. Um, I know Tasha talks about certain people in her family. They don't seem like they're crazy. They don't seem like they
Yeah,
have issues.
but I don't think Tasha was raised like, you know what I mean? Like there's really, really crazy people out there that raise kids, and those are usually like the psycho kids that do things. Like you look at their parents and you think like, what the hell were you thinking?
That's like when John Camilo's daughter becomes a doctor. It's like, well, John Camilo's
She's gonna commit them.
Yeah, I mean,
She's gonna be like, "Yep, I got you. I got you right where I want you, fucking psycho." I don't know. Yeah, I guess it could go both ways, but I don't know. I just think of, like some of these LGBTQ transgender kid parents, and some of them are just insane.
this is what I don't understand about the parents. All right, there's no way. I have friends who are LGBTQ, whatever, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
don't
me
get
too.
it. I don't get it. I probably know these people. They probably told me stuff that they probably never told their parents. All right,
Hmm.
I still don't get it. I don't. The thing is that these parents want to be so understanding. I don't think parents are really supposed to be like that. I think parents are
No.
supposed to guide you in life and
Yeah.
whatever and try to understand you. But to think that you're ever going to understand your kids or get what your kids do, I don't think that's true. I really don't think
No.
that's true.
Well, it's to be a parent, there has to be almost like an equalization to realize that your children are not your property. They are not a doll for you to mold. You have to remember they are individuals and they will make their own decisions.
Yeah, absolutely.
A parent's responsibility is to guide them to make healthy choices and to
Yeah.
protect them until they can protect themselves,
If I had a child, right, and they told me that, hey, listen, Dad, I'm gay, I'm gonna be like, okay. I'm gonna be like, so what do you like? What do you want me to do about that? You want to throw you a party?
Right.
Like I don't know. Like I'm gonna be like son, daughter, or whatever. I'll be like, listen, the date. Hold on, hold on.
I think he said, hold on. Oh, Smoke, you're starting to talk about eating people again. You're gonna double smoke them? Well, yeah, honest to God, Smoke, you know, I can't even think, like, I don't know if I could ever do that. I don't know if I could ever eat somebody. And the thought of it just grosses me out. And I know you're joking. I know you're joking.
Sorry, they want me to-
Sarah's all for it, though. Sarah's like, where do you live, Smoke? So at the end of times, I'll come join you eating on a leg.
when I was, I'm gonna say when I was, figured out I was heterosexual. I didn't go to my parents and say, hey, I'm straight. I'm banging girls now. I'm doing,
Right.
like, what do you want me to tell you? It's not like it's not like a coming out party. If you're gay, you're gay. I don't know. I don't know. What do you
Yeah.
want me to do?
That,
What do you want
that's
to
a,
do? Shake your fucking
yeah.
head and then tell you no, you're not?
Right. That's how like I am with my kid too. Like if that happens, it's like, okay, as long as you're happy, don't break the law, be productive member of society. I don't give a shit about the rest.
Yeah. I mean,
I will love you regardless.
yeah, I'd be like, and you know what? Don't feel bad for yourself.
Yeah.
Don't think that everyone's out to hurt you. You're fucking, if you're gonna come out and you're gonna tell everybody that you're gay, people aren't gonna understand it. I'm sorry, you're not gonna convince a group of heterosexual people, majority of the heterosexual people, that being gay is sexy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't I don't
They have to accept as well as we do, like their life choices, and our life
yeah,
choices. It goes both ways.
yeah. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if it's a big part of your life, all right. If it is a big part of your life, maybe it won't be in a couple years. That's all I gotta say.
Well, right,
That's
head
all I
and
gotta say.
shoulders, like that's a given. I don't even know why you would like. That's a given. That's just I don't. I don't get. My niece is still missing. Nobody's heard from her. She was
How
heavily into drugs, so who knows?
did I mean? Do they know where a car is or anything like that? Or
I don't think she had one. She just and it's her best friend that's reporting, her best friend, right? Not her mother. Her father's in prison because he's a child abuser and sexual child offender. But yeah, they said she just disappeared. They have no clue where she's at.
well, I mean, maybe she just disappeared, to get away from people.
Maybe she's on a drug binge. That's what I'm thinking. Like maybe she relapsed, or maybe she got in with the party crowd or something. Like I don't know her
who's looking
situation.
for
It's been
her?
a while, huh?
Who's looking for her? Because the 30-something-year-old woman just disappearing. I mean, that means someone's looking for her. Like, who's
Well,
looking
you know
for
what the funny thing is, because I messaged my ex-husband because it's actually it's his brother's daughter, and I
her?
said, "Is this real?" He knew nothing of it. I don't think her brother knew anything of it. So it's only people like she's been in dealings with, like her best friend is the one who put out the flyer that reported it to the police. So, I have no, and her family doesn't even know because she cut herself off from everybody.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
Everyone makes their life choices. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry that, I hope for good things, but I'm not expecting it to be good.
Leo, if I turned off my phone, uh, half the world, you know what I mean? Like people would be, I wouldn't talk to anyone. You know what I mean? I rarely
Yeah.
have contact with certain
Yeah.
people. It's just
Yeah, I
it's
know.
over the phone. So maybe her phone got down.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm waiting any day now for someone to say, "Oh yeah, she's fine." It's a little bit surreal right now. Like, is it, is she just gonna pop up somewhere, or is this,
Good. I mean, that's
Yeah,
not.
I hope so. I hope so. But who knows?
Leo, I hope she is found and she gets some help. I have a sister that was on drugs for a very long time, but thank God she finally got off the drugs. Yeah,
Yeah,
drugs complicate everything, complicates life, relationships.
they do. They do.
It's just again, she a lot of the drug users, when they get to a certain point, they try to hide a lot of stuff. So maybe she's come to the realization that she doesn't want to see anyone because she's on a binge.
That could be.
I've said this before, like with addiction, a cigarette addiction is totally different from a heroin or opioid or whatever. Because as a nicotine addict, I can function in life. I can function in society. I can go out, go to work, and I can smoke a cigarette on my break. I can smoke a cigarette on the way to work. There's no law against it. It's not illegal, etc. But when you're talking about abusing certain drugs, I mean, that's you're hiding it from cops, you're hiding it from your family, you're hiding it from your employer, you're hiding from a lot of people. Sometimes even your doctor. You know, so it's a very dishonest way to live, and it must suck. You know, so.
I'm sure it does.
I'm not saying that that's the drug she's on, but that just seems like how.
Yeah, like I don't even know. I would assume out here it's fentanyl and meth. So I mean, and she doesn't look very healthy. Like she used to be like this little girl. I thought could have went into modeling. She was that beautiful,
That's
but
dangerous.
she got
That's
into
dangerous.
drugs.
You know? That's dangerous.
What's dangerous?
A drug addict model. Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Well,
I
I
wish I
know.
could find one of those. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, she had mental illness because, like I said, like she was molested when she was a kid, and then she was in like her parents, like she got abused. So I mean, things were not good for her growing up. I try to intercept from time to time, but you can only do so much when it's not your kid. She
I've
just
run into
chose
girls like
wrong
that
path.
before, and it's like what a shame because now I don't want to have anything to do with you. You know, you're so beautiful, blah blah blah. I wish you were normal. I wish whatever. I would have really enjoyed being with you for the rest of my life inside of you. And I'm telling you, it's like it ruins it. That really sucks. Is she an Ashley Hatcher type? Says Lollipop. You're in love with Ashley Hatcher. Everyone forgot about that bitch. Everybody, except for you, Lollipop. Except for you. Tell you guys, we're getting back together with Midwest. Wait, not Midwestern Mary. What the fuck is her name? End Times Mary. End Times Mary reached out to me and is very interested in doing a live stream. Very interested. I said, End Times, you have to stay on topic. And I think this isn't going to work out. Yeah. My solution: be helpful to someone that's right for you. Absolutely. Madonna is throwing a concert for the killer to show others it's cool. It is cool to murder.
Yeah, I seen that with Madonna. They're also like.
Am I transphobic because I think that I would never do that to myself? I mean, am I transphobic or am I just heterosexual?
That you would never do what to yourself?
I don't get this. I mean, listen. I know people. Okay, I know people. I don't think that they're crazy. I think that this is what they want. I think that this is what makes them feel right. I think this is whatever. Again, I don't feel that way. All right. I never wanted to go down deep on some dude or anything like that. That's not my thing. I'm sorry. But, calling me transphobic because I'm like, no, fuck that. That sounds horrifying. I'm a heterosexual dude with heterosexual needs. I need that thing down there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I need to pump one out. That's just me. Yeah. If I was a comic book character, I'd be Venom. Thank you, Smoke. Her face, yeah, she's again, she's trying to hold on. I don't know why she should retire. She'll retire. Thank you,
Madonna?
Phil. Thank you, Phil. Even when the red eye End Times Mary delivers, no, she does not. In fact, I'm going to prove it when End Times Mary comes up here. Lollipop Bill, I'm going to prove it to everybody.
Who is End Times Mary? I thought you didn't like End Times Mary.
I don't like End Times Mary, but people are people are demanding that N Times Mary come on the show. And the thing is that I talked to N Times Mary. It's not going to work out. It's not. I said, you got to stay on topic. And she went off on a fucking rant. Like, I think N Times Mary is going to come up here. We're going to ask her a bunch of questions. She's going to go off on a rant. We're just going to mute her. Talk about something else. She's going to keep on talking.
You're just going to mute her?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. She did. She did. She probably did. Probably did. Giant dragon butterfly up. Yeah, I'm totally not transphobic. Again, guys, yeah, these people don't want to use that word. All right?
Right.
Think about who you're trying to pitch this to. Okay, think about who you're trying to pitch this to. That's like trying to tell a Jew to eat, like unkosher food or whatever. It's just like that's not me. I don't know what to tell you. I don't. You're telling me, okay, that this is good. I'm going to tell you right now, this is my worst nightmare. Okay, I'm not telling you how to feel. I'm telling you what I feel. Okay, that is my worst nightmare. Having, I need that stuff for another 30, 40 years. I look forward to having that on me for the next 30 or 40 years. Yeah. Not even beliefs, urges, Denise. Urges. You know what I mean?
Urges.
Yeah. I am not transphobic, Krista. This guy Melton is a big shit stir. A big shit stir. I am not transphobic. I've never been. Again, I am afraid of losing access to what I got down there, regardless if it's big or small. Ask any dude. What's going on? What's all that chewing down there? What is that? Hold on, Leah.
Okay.
What are you chewing on?
I'm getting text.
No.
Start paying attention. Pushing trend. You think before World War II? How do you figure smoke? I'm trying to think. Okay. I think we're all being used though, smoke, to be honest. Like we're all being like pitted against each other. They're taking things that obviously are offensive to whatever your race, your religion, and they're putting it like they're like getting us to fight it with each other about it, like to go at each other's throat. Like the color of somebody's skin should not be an issue nowadays. Like I don't get it. And even if it is, it's like, who the fuck cares? As long as they're not hurting.
They want you to care so much. And you're not caring enough. And if you aren't caring enough,
I know.
You're considered a fucking scumbag. This is ridiculous. Again, they're trying to get under people's skin. And I'm not speaking for the transgender community. I'm not speaking for the community. I'm not speaking for the black community. I'm speaking for myself. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm speaking for myself, and I'm telling you right now, all right? I don't care if that person was transgender. All right? I care about the fact that these people were killed. Okay?
Yeah.
Is it because of what that person said from the Young Turks? If it is, that's a problem. That's a big problem. And I'm going to tell you something right now. These people have been saying shit like this for a very long time, trying to get people pissed off on both sides to make it an issue. And now it's a very big issue. It's a very, very big issue.
I'll be a little bit of a hypocrite here, but it's not. I'll explain why I'm saying it. I don't like guns. I would ban assault weapons in a second. I'm gonna make an exception here for trans people. And if anyone should get guns, it should be trans Americans, okay? Because I'm worried for them. I'm worried that the right-wing lunatics are going to attack them.
Is this motherfucker trans?
Yeah. This is. I don't know. I don't know. And again, now people are going to be scared of trans people. People are going to say that trans people are murderers. People, whatever. And again, you know who's stuck in the middle of it? Trans people. Trans people that are just like, whoa, wait a second. Wait a second. First of all, I don't hate Christians. I don't hate straight people. I don't hate guns. All right. And this fucking this Dune Coon or whatever his name is speaking for all trans people. And again, it only takes one. It only takes one.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. It only takes one to stir that shit up.
Yeah. And all these tweets that people put out. I mean, you want to talk about taking responsibility. You want to talk about suing people for defamation. Alex Jones. I mean, come on. $1 trillion? Look what these people. And no one got hurt, by the way. No one got hurt. Let me look this up. Let me ask my phone. Did anyone get hurt because of what Alex Jones said? Oh. My phone's got all the answers.
I have no clue.
Did anyone ever get hurt when Alex Jones denied that Sandy Hook was legit? My phone just blew up. Alex Jones concedes that Sandy Hook attack was 100% real. August 3rd, 2023. Alex Jones is found liable over Sandy Hook hoax conspiracy. Okay. I don't understand. Again, no one got hurt. No one got hurt. No one got killed. Okay. Oh my God.
It was a theory. I'm not exactly sure why he got in trouble. Because he had a theory? I mean, or
yes,
did he have proof of it? Or?
Because he had an opinion on something that happened. And again, I'm going to play this again. Don Casanova, that is none of your fucking business, Don Casanova. You piece of shit. And again, Don Casanova, you want me to list, Don Casanova, how many goddamn fucking wars there were in Europe since 1945? Let me go down the list. Sorry, Leo, hold on.
Okay.
1947 and 1962. Romanian anti-communist resistance movement. Uprising, East Germany, 1953. 1955 to 1959, Cyprus emergency. 1956, uprising and whatever. 1956, Hungarian Revolution. 1956, 1962, Operation Harvest. 1958, First Cold War. 1959 to 2011, the Basque conflict. The Basque? I think that's what.
I don't even know what that is.
It goes on and on. All right? Through again, and it 1991 to 1992, Georgian war against Russian alliance. 2001 insurgency in Macedonia. 1999, 2001 insurgency in the whatever valley. 1998 to 1999, Kosovo War. 1992 to 1995, the Bosnian War. You scumbag piece of shit, Don Casanova.
Oh, he told you.
You lie. You lie, Don Casanova. Thank you. Sorry, Leo.
No.
What were you saying, Leo?
Right. I don't even remember. I think you scared it out of me.
Sorry.
You get so aggressive when you're angry. Passion over. Smoke says you're very passionate.
Thank you, Smoke. Yes. Thank you.
I'm very Italian.
Yes. You know what? This guy wants to know everything about me. This goddamn Don Casanova.
Oh,
he started bothering me a couple
fan.
days. Hey, pal. God. Hey, pal. What are you, Italian? Well, it's none of your business, Don Casanova. None of your business.
Oh, maybe, Sarah. Maybe. It could be.
It looks like Grizz. It looks like Grizz.
I thought it looked like a dirty wolf man.
All right, fine, Don Casanova. Let's start over again, Don Casanova. I'm Leather King. Nice to meet you, Don Casanova. And yes, there has been mass shootings in Australia since the 90 whatever gun ban. Okay? Don Casanova. And yes, there's been plenty of wars in Europe since 1945. Plenty. Let me count them off. Let me count them. Hold on. From 1947 to 1993. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, and 46. From 1945, there's been 46 wars in Europe from 1945 to 1998. Okay? And the list goes on, Don Casanova. The list goes on, Don Casanova. In 2001, the Georgia whatever crisis. Okay? And again, that was 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. As of the final conflict in Europe, the Russian invasion of Ukraine, there is about 60 fucking wars, scumbag. Don Casanova. Look at this. Look at this. Smoke. Look at this guy. Smoke. Don Casanova, you think you're going to come in here, okay? You think you're going to come in here and take over the show with these stupid comments? You're very lucky, Don Casanova. You're very lucky that I'm a not
You're
a
a very
nervous
nice guy. You're a very
Yeah.
nice guy. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
You just take their abuse. They shove it down your throat and you just keep eating it.
You son of a bitch, Don Casanova.
You bastard.
You son of a bitch. This motherfucker, okay? This motherfucker, Don Casanova, he wants all the juice on me. He wants all the juice on me to make fun of me nonstop. Don Casanova, shove it. Shove it. I'm about to make a video on you, Don Casanova, and how everybody should be wary of you and your goddamn lies. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know how many there's been here? Don Casanova? Zero. And Texas, Germany's half the size of Texas. So go suck a dick, Don Casanova. You scumbag. Go ahead, Leah.
No, this is the second time I've seen this. Something about Joint Base Andrews. What is that?
What's that?
Joint Base Andrews is on lockdown. I don't even know what that is. There's an armed person.
Is this in the news?
Yeah, it's active. It's like an active shooter right now. Oh, it's in Maryland.
Transgender.
Oh shit! Another one. They're running rampant.
It's another murderous psycho transgender.
They're gonna rename Going Postal to going transgenderized or something. You're really going trans. I mean, we shouldn't joke about it because it's not funny, but
yeah, it's not funny.
Wow.
But this is how stupid this shit is. This is how dumb this stuff is. You know, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. Even if I was to write a skit about this, you know, it would be stupid. Everyone would be like, "What are you talking about? It's so dumb." But this is the truth. Someone swatted Joint Base Andrews.
What is it? It's a military place? Have you heard of it?
No.
Oh, it's an air base. It says air base in Prince George's County. Oh, it's an air base.
Oh, in Maryland. Joint Base Andrews on lockdown following report of armed person.
Oh shit, they swatted the military? Like, what the hell is wrong with these people? Like, yeah, you don't think someone's gonna look into seeing who did that? Like, yeah, keep it up, guys. Keep it up.
Isn't there a lot of people on the military base who are armed? I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if they're gonna start fucking with them in that sense, I hope not.
Yeah, Salty, you fucking prick. Salty Carrot, you scumbag. I saw what you did yesterday, by the way. You better knock it off, Salty. You better knock it off. You better knock it off. I don't open up my mouth about any of you people. I don't open up my mouth about any of you people. Don't do it. Don't do it here. Okay? Don't do it here. And go to Canada and kick your ass up and down the Canadian peninsula or coast or whatever the fuck it is. What's wrong with you, Salty Carrot? Damn it. You hear about this journalist that they caught or they arrested in Russia? This isn't good. This isn't good. So Wall Street Journal reporter arrested in Russia on spying charges. So here's the problem with this, is that now the rest of the world is going to see this, okay? And they're going to see how the United States reacts to it. And of course, we want this guy back. And just like what they did to that fucking basketball player, they're going to see that the United States is going to make deals with them. And lo and behold, you're going to find that a lot of Americans are going to start being detained all over the world in these countries. And the American government can't tell you people not to travel. They could put travel restrictions, but again, there's travel restrictions to Ukraine. People were going to Poland, and they were landing in Poland and going right to war. They would just travel to Poland and to Ukraine. So again, this is really bad. I think this is worse than the Russian invasion, because I'm gonna tell you something right now. Depending on what they do with this guy, and depending on how they get this guy out, it's not going to be a secret, and other countries are going to find out about it, and they are going to use this as a tool to get what they want. This is very dangerous. That's why when they say we don't negotiate with terrorists, the reason why they don't do that is because they don't want this to happen over and over again. People using it as a tool to get what they want. This is very dangerous.
You can't give in to terrorism.
No, you can't. I mean, these people are terrorizing for reasons because they want something. Low T Biden will fold like elbows, old moldy suit. Probably. Again, we didn't have these problems under Trump. We really didn't. I'm sorry, guys. I know a lot of you don't like him, right? But let's be honest, we didn't have these problems under Trump. And for what you guys thought about this man or how bad he was not bad for this country. I'm telling you right now.
Well, okay, let me ask you a question, because I'm not even a Trump fan, to be honest with you. I mean, I honestly agree. Like, I think he kept things under better control. But other than him fighting just to clear his name as a president, what else did he do while he was president?
He made me about $70,000.
Yeah, how did he do that though? Like,
I mean, come on.
How did he do that?
How did he do that? He lifted restrictions on investing and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Again, this is the one thing that I learned, and I'm not an investment guy. Like, I know nothing about it.
So he made a lot of business decisions. Okay.
I'm going to tell you this right now. All right, when I gave my money over for my first Roth IRA payment, it was scary because they were telling me that you're going to do it super aggressively. Do it super aggressively. You're young now. You can afford to lose money, etc. All right. And I was making bank. I was making very good money during Bush, during Obama, and during Trump. All right. But under Biden, I have lost so much of that wealth, the wealth that I need to depend on to retire. It's not depleted, but again, when you lose $1,000 a month in your 401ks and then fucking another thousand, you're talking about an extra fucking house payment. You know, you just see fucking going down the tubes, going down the tubes. It's not good, and I don't care.
I know he did. He was very good at keeping the peace between countries too. Like he was the first president. I mean, I'm not saying he was the first, but he was the first one I've seen that went to North Korea, right?
Yeah, you know, the one thing that I respected him for doing was he had talked about bombing a certain area, and he goes, this is the reality of it. When you do something like that, there are people that get paid to figure out, hey, if we do this, how many children are going to get killed? How many fucking women are going to get killed? How many innocent people?
Yeah.
And he was told the number. I think he gave it out, and he said he's not going to do it. So he didn't bomb this area. He chose something else. And for somebody to do that, for somebody to actually think, you know, hey, listen, you know, that means that this guy cares. I'm going to tell you something right now. That's the type of person that I want making decisions like that. I don't want some guy making decisions because he's trying to hide stuff from his son. Making deals with people in Ukraine for $1 billion of aid so that his son doesn't get prosecuted in Ukraine. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. You know, and that's basically what was going on with Biden. I didn't see the Trump kids doing that. You know, it's just. I remember people like Magda and Matthew Potts screaming nepotism at that time.
Yeah.
Nepotism. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, wow, like these people, they know the truth. They're not stupid people. It's just that they want stupid people to believe them. And it's scary. Yeah. Okay, Lollipop. Let's try to keep the peace in here, Lollipop, between the scumbag. Trust me, Lollipop, I know how you feel. I got to deal with fucking Don Casanova.
Scumbags everywhere.
Yeah. I got to deal with scumbag Don, Lollipop Guild. You got to deal with scumbag whatever the hell his name is out on the wire. Who by the way, will never be allowed to get involved with my interactions with Michelle Marie Delaney, even though you want to. I know you want to. You will never get involved with my interactions. By the way, we're getting Michelle Marie Delaney involved in a parade. I don't know if you heard about this, Leo. You don't care?
Well, I'm sorry, what? I was reading the chat. What?
No. We're getting Michelle Marie Delaney involved in a parade, a local parade.
Really? Like what parade?
So there's like an animal parade or something that she wants to do. And I said, Michelle, you know, just do any parade. What we want to do is we want to get banners done. She wants to do it. She wants to do a live stream from the parade while it's going by. But I said, Michelle, why don't you be in the parade? Like maybe we get Michelle in the parade. You know?
Yeah, but how is she going to be in an animal parade? She can't. I don't think Rusty. Well, maybe she could harness Rusty. I don't know.
I don't think we should harness Rusty. I think that Rusty would probably be in a cage in the back seat. I think she should get a stuffed animal that looks like Rusty, and we could have it on top of the car, and we can give links to her channel and all this stuff. And she could be waving out the window to people. I'll be honking the horn, stuff like that.
Oh my God! Yeah, I don't know about that. Unless her channel's cleaned up, I don't know if she wants to broadcast it. Her neighbors may end up hating her more. But hey, you know, that's her decision.
You want to know something, Lollipop Guild? This fucking guy, Salty Carrot. Salty, I know what you did. All right? I know what you did. I know what you did with Justin. I know what you did with a lot of people. Okay? Let's just leave it at that. And you're lucky that you're still allowed in here. The only reason why you do is because you pay me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dumb. Okay, Don, let's go through this one time. Okay. How many Jews were killed in Nazi Germany? 6 million Jews. Just 6 million Jews alone. Did Hitler take away guns from the Jews? How the Nazis used gun control. Registration, the NRA, and Adolf Hitler. All these. Gun control regulations in Nazi Germany did not help with the advance, right? Nazi gun control argument. Yep. Disarmament of the German Jews. How the Nazis used gun control. Registration, the Nazi whatever by yes. So again, I'd rather live in a society like this with guns than in a society a couple 100 miles away from you without guns, and they're gonna put you in cattle cars, etc. I mean, listen, it almost happened to you. It almost happened to you. If my grandfather had his way, you'd all be speaking Italian. Yep. Don Casanova. You scumbag. Yep. Yeah. I have donated to her in the past. I never got it. Yes, you don't get a thank you. You do not get a thank you. But I'm going to tell you something right now.
To get her to admit that she was wrong is even harder.
Yes, but I'm going to tell you something right now, Denise. She is super happy. I saw it that night. She was very much involved. She didn't want to go to sleep. She was trying to make money all night on Chatterbait, etc. Yeah.
You put that money bug in her.
I saw a dummy on TikTok that said, defund the NRA, I died. Yeah. Lumi is the man that lives inside her and talks for her sometimes. Is it a man or a woman? No. Salty carrot. No. I know what you did. All right. Don't kid a kidder. Okay. You and Wingstar can go ahead and fuck around with these people all you want. I'm not involved in that. I know what you're doing.
I have no clue what's going on. I just noticed that there's a lot of carrots that come over here now.
I never said that, Don Casanova. I never said that. You scumbag. What a dirty piece of shit.
He looks dirty.
Yeah.
He looks really dirty, like filthy, like he was sucked up in a dirty vacuum and spit out.
You know, my grandfather was a POW.
Really? Oh yeah, I think I remember you saying that.
Yeah, he was in a British internment camp, and they did not treat him good. That's why I hate the English to this day. And I also hate the Russians.
What did they do?
They fed him and they gave him fresh clothes, and after the war, they actually invited him to London to go to go help rebuild London. Like, they gave him a job.
Those scumbags.
I was like, Grandpa, you should have killed them. Yeah. Yep. Those scumbags.
How dare they? Jesus.
He told me this one story because he's like, the officers used to, they would hang out with him. Like, they made it very sociable with everybody. And they didn't make it too sociable. They made it so that it was kind of like, you knew you were a prisoner, but they didn't want you being they didn't want you to hate them. He goes, there was one time that they somehow got rations, this officer's ration. He always called them officers, And he said this one officer's ration, and it had chocolate in it, and they fucking took the chocolate. And this guy was so pissed, right? So he lined everybody up and he kept asking people, hey, who took it? You know, and no one would fess up. So they had this trough, right, where everyone would take their shits and pisses, and they started kicking everybody in one by one. And they wouldn't let them shower. And he goes, it was so bad because it was in Africa. It was in Africa. And the fucking all the insects come on you. He goes, they were picking fucking like lice. Everyone had lice after that. Like he just said it was really, really bad. But he said the one thing he brought back from the war was this razor. And it wasn't like a straight razor. It was like one of those like you screw on the top of it. And it was from Sheffield. He told me that that's the one thing that he stole and that they never found. Yeah, he had this officer's razor that was the only thing he had. I can't imagine that. Be like, oh fuck. Like you know, it's like you don't even want to be there, you know. You don't even want to be there, and they put you there, and you're just like you're trying to tell these people, hey, listen, it was either this or you know they take my farm or something. You know what I mean? These people aren't happy with you. It's a fucking war. You know.
Yeah.
He's lucky they didn't shoot him.
Yeah, that's true.
Why don't you block Don Casanova? Because I think Krista, to be honest with you, I think that Don Casanova is a funny troll. I think people like that are funny. I like Don Casanova. You know, it's okay. It's okay, Krista. I'm just teasing Don. He seems like a nice guy. Yeah. Salty Carrot puts a nipple on the yes, Salty, yes, you scumbag.
I guess there's a new rivalry. That's funny though. Where'd Buff Carrot go? Salty Carrot came in, Buff Carrot left.
Troll alert! Troll alert!
Troll alert!
You know, you want to know something, Krista? Ed called me up and thanked me, which I was very surprised by. Ed did. So, you know. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, Buff's watching. Yeah.
I gotta fucking take a shit.
Yeah, I gotta go make dinner. Now, though, you told me about your shit. I'm not that hungry.
I took a massive crap before. But
Fantastic. Did you feel better?
Yeah, I felt like $1 million. And I was running up the stairs and stuff. I was like, oh my God.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, guys,
So glad it all
thank you
came out
very
all right.
much. You know, again, maybe we can go live tonight and do some trivia or something. If you're around, if not, you know, something.
I'll be around.
I got to do the pantry thing tonight. So.
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure I will be around. But all right, later, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Yep. See ya. Yep.